Hi, it's day 7 at COP28. We've been doing a lot of walking around, as you do at these things, having some really interesting conversations with potential clients, existing clients, but also just other third parties to get some insight. And I guess what I wanted to try and do with this short clip is to give a perspective, very personal perspective on actionable insights that I think are useful, particularly with the focus that we have on organisational agility. So what have I learned from the last few days? So I guess if I was to break it down into 3 actionable insights, one would be the investment community, so speaking to financial investment firms, trusts, etc., their lens on their portfolio, looking at both obviously commercial returns but also ESG ratings, is now forcing them to look at it slightly differently. And they recognise that the speed of decision making around investments, we can't wait 1 year for an analyst to do an analysis on an investment from a green technology perspective, because we need to move faster. So speeding investment decision making has been a key point that we've discussed, and we've shared some experiences of where we've done that before here. I think the second aspect to that is the portfolio, in terms of the clients within that portfolio. The financial trusts and institutions don't necessarily want to let go of those organisations that are very commercially attractive, but also try and how can they help them to move towards, improve their sustainability ratings. And that's something that they're looking to collaborate on. How do we help those organisations move through the energy transition to improve those sustainability ratings through meaningful action? And I think that that's something that we've got great experience with as well. I think the second area is very much around capital infrastructure investment. Not only within new build, where a lot of the kind of municipality here and big organisations are investing in things like sewage, infrastructure plants. Those are huge long-term investments. But the design thinking that's been sort of demonstrated in terms of, really thinking differently about how they construct, but also how these facilities are going to be used, how they're going to be sustainable in terms of energy consumption in the future has been a big focus. I guess the second aspect is how, with the existing infrastructure and the built environment, how do we leverage, digital twins, modelling scenarios to actually then manage energy consumption and usage through those buildings, because obviously these are going to be in place for a number of years moving forward. So I guess from our perspective, capital infrastructure investment and capital project delivery is something that are very good in terms of accelerating delivery with our clients, and I think it's something that we can really lean into. I guess the third aspect is, with all of this, it's fundamental in terms of organisational agility, that this human-centred approach to this. This can be very overwhelming for organisations having to deliver business as usual, but also then transition, which are fairly significant changes to operating models, structures, ways of working, procurement functions, and how can we actually lean in to help our clients to accelerate, that transition, very much in terms of building their own internal capability to execute that. So those are my 3 actionable insights. So yes, focus on investment is definitely changing the lens in terms of driving sustainability ratings, and how can we help transition clients to that place. 2, capital investment, and how do we make the best of the built environment? How do we help clients to deliver capital projects faster, more efficiently, and also more sustainably? And then lastly, the human dimension. How can we build capability and resilience in organisations to help them to transition through this change? So that was my brief summary. Hopefully that wasn't too much, but I wanted to capture it because I was conscious that there's a lot of insight here that we need to try and get a hold of and lean into. So thank you for listening.